All right, let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be talking about CoSchedule, what it is, how to set it up, how to get your content onto it, and how to get your social media automated through it. CoSchedule is a content calendar to the max. Not only can you plan and schedule content, you can also schedule your social media posts and add tasks right here in one calendar, one program. It is pretty much a content calendar, Buffer, Bitly, Google Drive, Task Manager, all built into one convenient space. And it's not as hard to use as it looks. At first, it's kind of daunting, but I'm going to try to walk you through it today. First thing we're going to go over is the calendar itself. This is what the calendar looks like. We're going to start right here in January, since it is January. This is not what yours is going to look like right away. This is all my content for today. So it's not going to look like this. You're going to have a blank calendar. Let's see. I'm going to move us to 2018 real quick in January. I have the whole year planned out in advance, so we got to move to 18 to show you some new stuff. Pretty much, this is what your calendar will look like if you start out. Of course, it will say 2017, but this is what it'll look like. It's pretty simple. It's made just like a regular calendar, but you get to put your content on it. Over here on the side is a 9 little dots. This is how you can go in and filter your content. I use a color code system, which I'll go over in just a couple of minutes. And you can filter by the color, you can filter by the status, which is published, scheduled, draft, pending review. You can filter by blog posts, content, social campaigns, social profiles, events, tasks, and even notes. It's a great system to use to find your different content and see how many blog posts you have in 1 month, or how many social media content you have going out pertaining to that blog post. So this is your calendar. And we're going to fill it with some content. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to go back to January of 2017 so you can see my content. Okay, so my next blog post actually goes on the 9th, which is Monday. What we do when we're going to add content to our CoSchedule is we see this little pencil. You can click it here on the actual calendar date where you're wanting it to go live, or you can click it up here at the top. This will help you'll be able to draft your content really easy if you use it up here. I usually just go right here. So if you're going to create a new content, you just click right here and the content box will come up. There is 7 different types of content that you can add through CoSchedule. One that says content, the other is social campaign, one's blog post. If you have WordPress connected, it's a great way to just put your blog posts in. Event, note, tasks, and social message. We'll go through all of these so you can understand them. Content, what I do usually for content is when I'm going to write a newsletter, or usually mostly my newsletter, sometimes my YouTube videos. I write an outline for those in this. What you do when you're going to set your content is you're going to start and you're going to pick a title. Example of excuse me. And then you're going to put a description. This is mainly for you. No one's going to see this, so you just want to put in a description because mainly these are drafts. So you can go back in later and see what it is. So we can just put example post about content messages. You're going to label it. This would be, say, a newsletter. And my newsletters are pink, so we choose the pink. Owner, of course, is me. And then you can pick a date. We can say it's going to go live Monday again. It's fine. Monday at what? 5, let's do 5 o'clock. 5 p.m. And then you hit create content. And it's going to open up all kinds of new stuff. First of all, I use the headline analyzer to make sure I've got the best headline I can, best title. This, of course, is only 41. I like to go at least above 60 to 70. If you can get it above 70, it's even better. It does show which words got you the most. Here's just common words. And then your word count, of course, goes into the score, and so does your character count. So, but you can also use this full analysis. I don't really use it very often, but sometimes it can show you how to build the best headline possible. There's also best words for headlines too, which I have used a couple of times. Now the editor, there's different ways you can do your post. There's the new text editor. This is new. I haven't really played around with it very much. It just looks like a regular text editor, and you can just type in whatever you're wanting your post to say. But yeah, and it looks like you can just use whatever kind of editing thing you want, and even has HTML, which is pretty cool. Because I do use a lot of HTML. You can also save these. You can download it as a PDF or download it as an HTML, which is pretty cool. Because usually what I do is, most of the time when I'm doing anything like this, I like to download it as a PDF so I can use it later. And then after you got all this done, you can also add your social campaign, which is your social media, which is really cool. CoSchedule lets you set up your social media from same day as published, day after, week after, month after, and even custom dates if you want to choose those. You can add a link. Most of the time when you have your content done, it's already going to have your link, but you need to add that definitely. And you'll also want to add an image. Images are definitely something you want in here, because social media, if you have an image, they're going to gravitate towards that image first thing. But you can go in and click this, pick your social media profile, type in your message, add an image, anything you're wanting to do to it pretty much, and then add message, and it will put it in the best time possible during that day. That is how you do the social media. And then we're going to go back and do a different editor so you can see the other ones. Yes. Okay, you can also upload a file. I don't usually do this, upload files this way. I usually either go through Google Docs or Evernote. Evernote is my home base for all my documents. I try my best to go paperless when it comes to documents. So Evernote is what I usually use for my outlining and my blog posts. So I just go in and click in Evernote, and you go in and click Select Note, pick your notebook, and then pick your note that you wanted, and it will drag and drop it right there. That's the best thing about CoSchedule as well. Everything is drag and drop. It's very important to know that. All right, let's go back to the calendar. Then we're going to add content. All right, social campaign is also pretty much just what it says it is. It's a campaign of social media, or if you're doing something really big, like an event, you would use a social campaign to show that. We could do upcoming. I can't hit today. And of course, you would label it. My webinars are, let's see. Webinars are usually purple because it's a launch. Of course, it's me, and then we'll just pick a date, create content. And of course, it's just going to pull up your social media. So then you can put in your link wherever it's going to go. And just like I showed you a minute ago, you would post in your social media. You click there, maybe here, and there. And then type in your message, upcoming webinar. I'm just putting whatever I'll just like an example. Can't coming in February 2017. Of course, you have to put a link in there because it's going to ask you to. And then you just hit add message. Oh, you got to add a link. Okay, but anyway, even if you don't, you have to add a link no matter what. So I don't have one right now because this is just an example. So you'd hit add, you put the link in there, and then you'd add the message, and it would come up with all of them. I'll show you one that's already done. Let's see here. Here. This is actually a blog post. When I do the blog posts, I edit them in WordPress itself. I do put in the title, a description, check my headline, and then I label it and do all this kind of stuff. But then I edit in WordPress. I make sure there's an image on the WordPress document. And actually, let's just show you. Oh, that's going to ask me to log in. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to see my passwords. But anyway, what you do is you just, in the actual WordPress document, you're going to put the headline and the title and an image, and then just draft it, and then come back to this, and you're going to go through and you're going to set up your social media. So the image is already there for me. The best thing about CoSchedule, once you're drafting everything, you can already have your image there and the headline and the title, and then all you have to do is go back in and write the actual post. Let's see here. Go ahead and add some social media so you can see that once again. Here. And it's fine. There's the link. And the preview. This is actually something that's going live Monday. And there's a new thing called Requeue. It's something I pay for where I can build it and it can go back in later on and requeue it up for me where I don't have to do anything. It just does it itself. It posts for me pretty easy. And then there we go. It's already added it for me, and it will go live without me doing anything to it, as long as the post goes live. If the post doesn't go live, the social media will not go live. So you got to make sure that the post is actually posted to WordPress. That is the big thing when it comes to the blog post. The post has to go live for the actual social media too. Okay, so let's put my drafts. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is these other little check marks I have here. I use this also as a to-do list, kind of like my planner. Like I have Monday's blog post coming up, so when I do blog posts, there is a template that I use that, which is right here. If you have the standard membership for CoSchedule, you can't put templates in, but if you have the one level up from that, you can add templates and connect it to Evernote. But yeah, the templates are right here. Oh, wrong one. This one. This is the templates. I only have one in here right now because I just switched accounts. But I have actual workflow for a couple of different things that need to be re-added in. But this is my blog post workflow. And it starts off with come up with a new topic and draft in CoSchedule, come up with a title and come up with a title on there twice. Need to fix that. Outline the post, research, write a first draft, spell check it, reread, format, move the post to WordPress. What I do is when I first set up a draft, I usually do my drafting and my outlining in Evernote first before I even put this in here. And then once I move it to WordPress, or at least edit it, and I start it in WordPress, I'm going to format it again, reread, add links, add images, add videos if there are any videos to add infographics, action steps, schedule to post, schedule to social media, and then watch the comments for 2 weeks after it posts. I'm really big about that because you want to interact with your readers. Let's see that again. But once you have the template up on that, it will predate. You can predate things on the template of when you want them to be done. Like outline, you can add a date. It's this little calendar icon right here. You can add a date of when you want that to be done, and then it'll add that to your calendar. Like outline, draft Monday's blog post. It's right here. Edit Monday's blog post. And then final touches for Monday's blog post. You can also add those in there separately if you want to, and I can show you how to do that. To add a task, let's go right here on Sunday. You'd go right here, task. You'd hit the little pencil icon and go into task. and you can enter whatever you need it to say. You can, of course, color code it. Everything's color coded for mine. And then hit Save Task, and it will save it on there for you. There's also, let's see here, an event tab you can hit on the Create. Like, let's see, launch of webinar. My launch is in February 10th. We'll just put 12 a.m. My launch is purple. It's my color code. Add event. So what we're going to do is going to go over to February real quick. And on the 10th, it shows you the launch. It's already on there for you. February's not showing. Just have it filtered. But anyway, that's how that is done. And then there is one more kind. There's also notes you can put on there as well. And then if you just want a social media message that's not pertaining to a blog post, it's not already connected, you can hit the social message. Select whatever one that you're wanting to add. Of course, add your text, your links, your images, whatever you want to add. You can also share old blog posts from WordPress too. That's a new thing that they've added. I use that a lot. Make sure you're adding your link, the day you want it to go live. You can draft these, pending review, and schedule them. I think that's really a thing that helps too. If you just want to draft a social media message and come back and fix it, you can do that. And then you can color code it and then add your message, and it will pop up there for you just as a social media message. Actually, this is done that way. Just a social media message, but it'll do the best time on that certain day, and you can schedule it, draft it, pending review, whichever one you want. And of course, you add your color coding to it, and then you save it, and it's right there for you. The best thing, like I said, about CoSchedule is everything is drag and drop. So if I decided I didn't want this to go live that day, I wanted to go Saturday, I could just do this. Oop, drag and drop it, and it moves right over to Saturday for me. Now, we're going to go over drafts. That's another thing I love about CoSchedule. You can draft anything and hold on to it. You don't always have to have it right here in the schedule. Okay, so right over here on the right side of the screen is your drafts. You have content drafts, WordPress drafts, then I have just a couple in here that I've been working on. And then you also have Evernote. And Evernote can be connected to whichever folder that you want to share. And you can sync it and add even right here in this one section. But these are my drafts that I have going right now in there in my Evernote. So I can drag and drop these right in anytime I want to. So it's also a really great thing as well. Because you want drafts, and you want to make sure that you have extra already ready to go. That way you can just drag and drop them, and they're going right there, and you have tons of content going, not just sparsely throughout your calendar. Like this is today. I had all of this go live today. I mean, I still got 3 more posts for the day. Oh, this one doesn't need to go on there. Delete this. Oh. I'll get that on there. But yeah, there's tons of different things you can do with this. Like I said, everything's drag and drop, makes it very simple. Oh, color coding. My purple is my launch or my campaign. Blue is my podcast, which I'm getting ready to start this year. Teal is my blog posts. Green is my client to-dos. That's why I add these little right here is a client to-do. It is green with a check mark. Yellow is my social media. Orange is YouTube videos. And pink is my newsletter. Now, if you see these are actually social media posts, but they pertain to this blog post. So if you see social media that has the same color as your blog post, it's because it pertains to the blog post itself. So that's the reason why it's not yellow instead of this teal color. All right, I think I went over everything. You can set up your settings are right here for your calendar. You can, of course, put a different color for it, however many weeks you want to see at one time, what day of the week you want it to start with, so previous weeks, show weekends. Of course, you can do whatever you want when it comes to that. Social profiles, you can connect Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Google Plus, which is powered by Buffer though, so it's like a connected thing. Pinterest and Instagram now. Instagram is new, which I'm very excited about that they've actually linked it, because I use Instagram all the time, and I had to go through Buffer before CoSchedule added it, which this just makes everything so much easier. Everything's in one place, which is what I had always wanted for the different things, the different social profiles. All my client work is also done in here, so if you see client stuff in here, you can integrate your different things with it. Like I said, I pay for this headline analyzer. I really do use it. I use it a lot. You want to make sure that your headlines are grabbing people's attention, and using this headline analyzer will help do that. I have a lot of my notebooks connected to my Evernote through here. You can connect Bitly, which is it shortens your URLs. You can connect that. I haven't done that yet, but I'm thinking about it. You can do your Google Analytics tracking right through here as well. And of course your Google Calendars. I have all my calendars connected, so I can see everything right in one calendar. CoSchedule also lets you have teams. That is for higher paid than what I use, because I work with I work by myself, and I don't really have a team right this minute, so I don't really use Teams, but you can. You connect it, of course, to your WordPress, or even now, if you have a Squarespace or anything like that, you can use this too. The way you would do that is, instead of connecting it to WordPress, you would go in and create content, and you would just do content instead of a blog post. Just like I showed you earlier, you just create content to your title, your description, and create content, and go through the editors to do that. It's pretty simple, pretty easy laid out. If you want to see requeue is something new and something I pay for. It takes whatever post that I allow to be requeued, it'll put it back into the calendar for me at any time. That way it goes back through and I can see it later. Like these have been requeued. The specials we added requeue to 1/6/17. So yeah. Requeue is a really cool thing, because then you never run out of content, which is really important. You don't want to go a whole day without anything popping up on your social media or your blog. I mean, at least social media should be going out every day. Yeah, I think that is it for CoSchedule. If you have any questions, you can email me or message me anytime. I'm always here to help. I hope this video helped. Like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know. All right.